Peace, peace. It's your girl, Morgan Renee Myers, tuning in with you all for another story time with More My. And I am coming with Feeding the Soul by Tabitha Brown because that's my business, finding our way to joy, love, and freedom. We are in chapter 6, and I'm just going to hop right into it. This chapter is entitled Everyday Living Might Be Your Launching. And it starts with a quote by Alice Walker that says, "The most common way people give up their power is by thinking they don't have any." What do you do for a living? We hear that question often, right? We might be at an event and someone trying to make small talk will ask what we do. Or maybe that's a question we ask a new friend on a date. If I were to answer that, I could say I'm an actress, because I am. But there are other aspects of the question that are much more important. In addition to being an actress, those in the social media world call me an influencer, all because I cook vegan food and share it with the world. But the most amazing part of that is something as simple as me cooking right in my kitchen for myself and my family changed my life. I ain't nobody's chef, honey. I have never been in anybody's culinary school, and yet people hire me to cook my vegan food and tell my story. I see me and Tab have so much in common because I ain't nobody's chef. I was just cooking in my kitchen for the community so they could see that you can eat vegan food and it tastes like something. And then that turned into a business that has turned into people wanting me to cater and all like, it's just wild. I feel you, Tab. All right, so in addition to being, and I'm an actress. So in addition to being an actress, those in the social media world call me an influencer, all because I cook vegan food and share it with the world. But the most amazing part of that is something as simple as me cooking right in my kitchen for myself and my family changed my life. I ain't nobody's chef, honey. I have never been in anybody's culinary school, and yet people hire me to cook my vegan food and tell my story. I've never been to school for communications or public speaking. I did. I was communication major. Yeah, I led panels, conferences, banquets, and festivals. I wasn't specially trained for any of it, and yet here I am. That's so powerful. Let's pause right there. So what she's saying is, the title of this chapter is, Everyday Living Might Be Your Launching. Be you. In some of the devotionals that I read today, it was talking about getting in a quiet space, asking yourself the questions you need, letting, your higher power, your higher self answer them for you. It talked about not letting anybody steer you from off your course for something that you want to do. Don't listen to outside people as much as you listen to yourself. And it also talked about breaking down before you break through, that you got to go through certain things to get out. And I just love the ease at which her life became her life. She just was being her. And people picked up on it, loved it, and now want to pay her to do things that she's not even qualified to do. And that's what happens when you're walking in your purpose. Sometimes we hold ourselves back out of fear of, I don't know. And I'm talking to myself right now because I've yet to do a crochet class like I said I was. I've done a few, but not to the extent that it could be done. And part of it is fear. It's like, I don't even really have as much experience. Even though I've been doing it for over 5 years, I'm still not leveling up like I could because I'm not studying and practicing as much because I'm in the kitchen now. So I totally get where she's coming from. But sometimes you just really gotta be you, and the universe gonna make a way. So I wasn't specially trained for any of it, and yet here I am. What did I do? I lived. Living builds character. It shapes us into who we are going to become. I've been cooking now for over 20 years. Not professionally, just for myself and my family. I've made errors and tore up some meals. You hear me? But I kept on living. Kept on working to get it right. If I'm honest, I cook because I love to eat. And I love to feed my family. And guess what? God used that very thing to turn around and bless me. Same thing with speaking. I love to talk. I love talking to people. Being kind and sharing my stories of life with folks makes me feel good. So I started to share on my social media platforms. I wanted other people to feel like I felt. I wanted them to experience kindness and joy no matter what was going on at home when they turned off their computer. And once again, God used all of that to change my life. Tab, what are you saying? Honey, listen, if just simply being me and using the tools I acquired just by living could turn my life into the blessing it is, the same thing can happen to you. Kudos if you went to school and got a degree and now are working in your field. I'm proud of you, but that's not everyone's story. And I'm writing to that person right now. Baby, just because you can't afford to go to school or don't have the time to get that formal training does not mean your dreams will not come true. Look at your life. Sometimes the very thing you do on a regular basis with no thought at all, you do it like breathing, will be the tool God will use to transform your life. Everyday living builds character. It sharpens that tool called life. It's everyday living that changed my entire world. For example, don't take being a mom for granted. You never know what learning how to cook for them kids, how to discipline them, how to change a diaper, and all the stuff that comes along with that will develop what you need in another area of your life. You don't know how God is going to use it. This degree that life gives you is everything, honey, and you can use it anywhere. Life will give you a master's, maybe even a doctorate in whatever that thing is you're doing right. Use your life experiences, okay? Let your life experiences make room for your dreams. Simply living our lives every day is a gift. Stop complaining about it. Why does God have me in this situation? What is it that I'm supposed to learn from this? Honey, don't you worry about any of it. Your life might just blow your mind one day. I wake up every day saying, Lord, is this really my life? Because I have done nothing but be myself. Now, don't get me wrong. I've done a whole lot of work, but the work came because I was being myself and doing things I've always done. I've always cooked, but now I'm just cooking vegan food and people want to know more about it. I've always told stories, but I lived through those experiences, and now people want to know more about what I learned. Take the course called Life, honey, and you'll find out how much meaning is in everything you've ever done. Every single thing you do has purpose, okay? I'm a witness to the fact that when you get a chance to look back at all this happened, you'll see how everything you wondered about, were afraid of, or didn't understand was actually lining up like a perfect puzzle. So when people ask me, girl, what did you do to be blessed like that? I just tell them I was out here living, working hard, being truthful, and sharing my story. That's really all I did. My son woke up, realized that I was enough. My soul woke up, realized that I was enough, and decided that everything I ever needed lived right inside me. So let me tell you this same truth. Everything you need is right inside of you. Let your life launch you into your destiny. Yes, Tabitha. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. That was real good. Sometimes it just take being yourself, y'all. Just be you. Do you, boo. Period. All right. So thank y'all for tuning in. We'll be in for another chapter soon. We're getting into part 2 next. Have the most amazing day. This was part 1, which was That's Your Business. And now we're getting into part 2, Have the Most Amazing Days. Chapter number 7 is going to be called No Shame in Putting Yourself First. Tab just told it like it was, baby. Be yourself and everything you need will come to you. But again, based on all these devotions I read the video before, we got to sit down and tune in. We got to hear spirit. We got to break down and break through. And we got to do self-work. Because you could be yourself, but are you consistent? Are you disciplined? Are you doing the things that are going to get you on the path to success? Right? And then again, we live in the age of social media. Somebody gonna like what you got going on just by you being you. That's how these people is becoming. If she said people would call me a vegan influencer, I would say I'm an actress and somebody that just happened to cook vegan food. And now everybody want me to cook vegan food. And now everybody want me to come talk on their panels. And she ain't even got no communications degree the first. Like, the world will make opportunities for you being you if you let it. That's the word for the day. So I hope y'all have a great day, and I'll tune in again with y'all soon. If you did not already wake up, give thanks, drink water, stretch, go over your goals and affirmations, pray and meditate, moisturize before you got your day started. Take some time to do that, at least 5 minutes, because you matter. Self-care, self-love. All right, y'all. Peace.